Hey everybody. My name is Melissa and this is my very first video. Today is March 19th, 2020, and I had been wanting to do this for a long time and share a little bit about my journey for the past year and a half, how I've lost 50 pounds and continue to lose and gain my health back. So I'm looking forward to looking back at this one day and laughing or saying, look at my first video. So if you're someone out there that's thought about it and you're scared, do it anyway. Okay, we're only going to get better and we have to always start somewhere. So that's where I'm at today. We are quarantined. This is 2020. We're quarantined here for the virus. And so what better time for me to go ahead and stretch myself and learn something new. So I want to talk to you today about the ketogenic diet that's changed my life and where I'm at now. And I would ask for you to like my page. I will be developing it as time goes on, but I'd love for you to be a part with me in this journey. So like my page, subscribe, and we'll do this thing together. First, I want to encourage you, if you're someone that's struggled with weight like I have for many years, maybe you've thrown in the towel, maybe you have just this little flicker left in you that I had, that I honestly didn't know I even had. So I'm going to share my story with you now. So I had given up. I was very overweight and I've tried it all. And my body just did not want to budge past a certain number. And I had given up and I would cry. I would try to figure it out. I remember praying in the shower. Has anybody ever cried in the shower? That's my cry place. And I remember crying and praying and thinking, Lord, what is it? What is the scientific reason that I cannot get a handle on this thing? And I did the small portions, and in my family, we had a thing called split C. I would beg my husband, please split that with me, split this meal with me, split that with me. And I had smaller portions. I tried. And I knew there had to be a scientific reason. I couldn't figure it out. So, you pray, you put it behind you, not looking or expecting anything, right? You kind of forget. And then a lady started to work with us at my job. And over so many weeks, I noticed she was a little heavier and she started to downsize. So I asked the question, what are you doing? And she said, keto. Have you heard of it? I said, no. I hadn't heard of keto in 2019. I had not heard of keto, guys. I said, okay, and I kind of just let it go because, like I said, I didn't even think I had a flame left in me. And I think the next time I saw her, she's still losing weight. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, write down a reference for me, and I'm going to look into it, but write down some references for me so I can know exactly what to look for on YouTube. And so she wrote down, actually, I don't want to give out names. There's so many people to be thankful for in this journey, and I will get there eventually. But it was Dr. Berg was the first one she referenced me to. And so there became my journey. For the first year, I lost 55 pounds. The ups and downs, the struggles, guys, but it worked. I was in awe because you know how they say, mentally you should be all there and positive and it's going to happen if you think it. I was doubtful the whole time. Okay. So that, I believe that's where science steps in because I was doubtful and I started breezing through these numbers and weight loss and I just couldn't believe it. And there's so much to learn. I can't go into it in one video. But the main thing is getting off the sugar and lowering your carb. I did Atkins probably in my early 30s. I was still having babies and I probably did Atkins. And I did love Atkins as well. And like everyone, we want to stay on the induction. So it was a perfect fit for me. And I've learned so much through so many influencers and so many doctors on board. We're going to look back one day, hopefully not too far in the future, and remember when you know, doctors said don't eat meat. And they were still recommending the standard American diet and the carbs, and they're just not getting it's such an addiction yet, the carbohydrates and sugars. They only recommend you stay away from that once you're diabetic. But what I figured out was I had over insulin production. So no matter how much I tried to limit myself in food, I was still producing sugar and then too much insulin in my system. And so even though I was splitting fettuccine alfredo with chicken with my husband, or splitting a Subway, or having a healthy shake with sugary yogurts and lots of fruit, and you know, milk products with sugar, and whatever you were putting in the smoothies to just jack up your sugar, I didn't know any better. I thought I was being healthy. So there's so much to learn in this journey. And once I realized my sugars were coming down, my insulin was coming down, and I started tapping into that burning fat mode. And that's where you want to be. You want to be burning your fat. And so anyway, hang in there. Join the keto low carb movement, however that looks for you. Sometimes we start in something and we progress into something else as we learn more. You can't know everything at one time. This is a journey. I'm not quite a year and a half into my journey, and I still have a good 30-40 pounds to lose as well. So I'm still on the journey of learning, and I mess up, I make mistakes, but I get back on that horse because I am worth it and you are worth it. Hopefully I can edit this. I have to learn how to edit too, guys. So jump on here and like and subscribe, and let's encourage other people out there who need the hope. Because if someone did not say those words to me, where would I be today? You know, I could be on medication for diabetes at this point. I could be having so many more issues and laying in bed depressed. And I just, you know, we have to, there's hope out there. There's an answer out there, and we cannot back down. We have to continue the fight. We have to continue to show others and speak the words of truth into others' lives. So I love you all, and thanks for hanging with me on my first video.